Oi pessoal, olha eu aqui de novo, mais uma vez com uma entrevista maravilhosa. Eu amo que eu sempre começo assim, eu tento começar diferente, mas eu não consigo, tá? Desculpa. Dessa vez o meu papo é muito maravilhoso. É com ele, o muso. Se você não assistiu Emily in Paris, você tem que assistir na Netflix a história de uma garota maravilhosa americana que vai parar numa agência em Paris. E aí ela tem que conhecer Paris, desvendar Paris e resolver problemas. E ela é maravilhosa, mas mais maravilhosa do que ela é o boy que ela conhece. Sem querer dar spoiler, mas a gente tem ali um vizinho maravilhoso, que ainda é chefe de cozinha e é muito gato. E o ator que interpreta ele é o Lucas Bravo, o francês lindo com quem eu vou conversar agora. Então, ça va, Lucas?
Ça va?
Ça va bien? That's all I can say in French. And voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
Maybe, I don't know.
Ooh!
You'll have to take me to dinner first.
I'll take you to dinner for sure. Lucas, first of all, thank you for talking with us in Brazil. Emily in Paris is like first or second right now on Netflix. And I want to know, do you expect the show to be this huge?
I knew that I was getting into a big production. I knew that just Lily Collins and Darren Star and Paris and Paramount and Patricia Field, the costumes and everything was pretty iconic, but I don't think anybody could have expected to get such a positive response. It's pretty overwhelming.
Yeah, and everybody's like binge watching and like, we need season two, and it's huge. And I want to know what the series changed in your life. I mean,
not much because I'm in Budapest right now shooting a movie for 2 months, and I've been mostly quarantined in my hotel room. So I'm going from set to my room and back and forth. So nothing has really changed in my life.
oh, that's good. But I mean, when you get Netflix is such a huge platform, and right now you're like a global star, and everybody's like in love with you. And do you get this feeling, or because of quarantine you just can't? Because I feel like you can feel that from social media, right?
I can feel it from social media, but no, social media doesn't really have the reach that you can have when you actually meet people in the flesh. So I don't realize that, I think. And star is a big word for an overnight sensation. So I'm still, navigating, trying to give back as much as possible to fans and try to answer while staying focused on the movie I'm shooting. And just grateful. It's very humbling. And I don't know what's going to happen when I actually go back to Paris, but I don't want to think about it now.
Okay, I understand. In the series, Gabriel, we're like, everybody loves Gabriel, but when we first met him, he's like just the cool and the handsome neighbor, and then we found out that he has a girlfriend, and it gets a little odd, but at the same time we are all in love with the three of you. Did you expect that people would respond so well to like almost a threesome?
Uh, I was pretty scared when I started because I remember telling Darren, we started with 2 episodes when we started production, and I didn't know it was going to be this way. And I was scared that people would really hate Gabriel for just playing around. And so I needed to find a nuance to make him more human and less of a little devil, just not caring about anything and taking what he wants. And what I found out is that he's just, a lost French guy who just wants to make it on his own. And I feel like at this point of the show, when Emily arrives in his life, he feels emasculated by his girlfriend. They're not communicating anymore. And Emily just represents, a new perspective for him. And so the question for him was, would you give up your principles and values over happiness if you've been so miserable for so long? And this is how I chose to play him and the nuances I tried to bring in him. And people I've felt that and responded positively to that. So I'm pretty grateful about that.
I want to know, people in France, some people in France were just like upset with the portrait of French people over there. And when I watched it, I didn't got that. I mean, did you have like this feeling from your French friends? Did someone told you like bad things about the show?
All my friends, the one I'm close to, were super excited about the show, and they loved it, and thought it was very funny because there's a sense of pride. Of course, it's a comedy; everything is a little amplified. It's supposed to be this way. Sex and the City wasn't really representative of New York, but as I said in other interviews, it's a feel-good comedy. It's supposed to feel good. So either you focus on the fact that this is entertainment and there's escapism in it. Either you can watch a documentary about Paris and all the dark sides of Paris. And this is not what Darren tries to embody here. He just tried to allow you to escape. And I feel like he did a good job at this because we live in such a weird world these days, and we need that kind of show.
Yes, and it's soft, and it's like I just binge watched it and was like, I need more. And the show ends with a big cliffhanger for your character. I don't want to spoil people who didn't watch it, but Gabriel gets like in another place in his life. And what do you think he's gonna do?
Well, professionally speaking, I think he'll probably get his own restaurant and be able to, bloom like in terms of creativity and food, and don't feel like restrained like he was in the other restaurant with Antoine backing him. But in terms of relationships, I cannot say. Darren started the drama, and I let him finish this and untangle everything, because it sounds like he's going to a complicated place.
I have to ask, do you really do not watch your pen?
No, I do wash my pants, and I discovered this when I first read the script, and I didn't know about that. But apparently, I talked to other cast and crew members, and many people knew about this. It was pretty new to me, but I had to go with it and believe it, and so I started actually cooking at my place, not washing my pans, and trying to see if there was a difference. And it feels organic in a way. It's still better than Teflon.
Yeah, I'll definitely try it. So you do cook in real life?
Mm-hmm.
Are you good cooker? No.
The cook, yeah, I'm the cook. Yeah, I assisted a chef in a restaurant a couple of years ago, and I picked up some skills.
That's nice. And what about? Paris is a very charming city. Your character says that everybody can find different places and feel different experiences in Paris. So do you think the Paris was portrayed in a good way because the image is so beautiful, but at the same time, we need to see more? Do you think we can have another look if you have a second season from Paris?
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of it. I think Darren laid down the blueprint of the story of Paris, and now that we saw this, cliche aspect of Paris, so to speak, we can explore so much more. And Darren is a really smart guy. Is really paying attention to everything that is being said right now, and I know it's giving him ideas, and he's gonna act on it. So I can't wait to see how this evolves and where we're going to explore. Because I asked him once, I was like, at some point, Emily in Paris, where is she going to go? Because there's so much you can do in Paris. And he was like, oh my God, we haven't even started scratching the surface of everything we can do in Paris. And I have so many ideas. And so, yeah, I was pretty excited about that.
And you have to carry all that boxes with Emily. And I was wondering, what do you think was inside that boxes? Because she doesn't have that much stuff. I think it's only clothes.
Yeah, it's mostly clothing. Yeah, I was just the one handling the peanut butter, which was the heaviest one, but the rest was only fashion.
So you said that you're shooting a new movie. Is that for Netflix? You can talk something about it.
No, it's not for Netflix. It's actually for a theater. It's a movie about Dior in the 50s. Yeah, I'm going to be Dior's accountant, and I'm with Isabelle Huppert, Leslie Manville, Jason Isaac, Alba Batista, and it's a pretty amazing experience because you get to go to those amazing 50s sets and wear all these costumes from back in the days and Joel lending us dresses from back then, and it's very magical. And I feel so grateful to have the opportunity to work in such, you know, confronting times.
It's like super like Emily in Paris, because there's so much fashion in your life right now. Are you into fashion that much?
I mean, I'm not this much into fashion. I was more, I guess, when I was a teenager, but now I just like to be comfortable, like an old man. I like to be functional and comfortable.
Just like Gabriel. And I want to know, have you ever been to Brazil or not?
No, I wanted to come for the World Cup, but I didn't get to go there for financial reasons, and so I never got to go. But all my friends went. My father actually spent the World Cup there, and he came back so enlightened and was so happy, and so he was a new man. So I cannot wait to go there. Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
I'm sure financial questions are not a problem anymore.
You know, that's an idea that people think that because you've been on a successful show, then everything's you know, great. But you know, it takes a while for an actor to actually be rich, so to speak. It's a job like another, and you know, you have to be smart about your money, and you have to have another job coming up. And this is an idea that people have, but it's not a reality.
Okay, Lucas, was such a pleasure talking to you. I
Yes.
love the show. I love your acting. I love how charming you are. I hope you have a wonderful career, and I hope to see you in Brazil soon.
Thank you so much. I hope we get to see that, do that face to face. That would be nice.
Okay, thank you so much. How do I say adieu? Adieu?
Au revoir.
Ça va? Ça va?
Gente, como é fofo o Lucas, tô apaixonado. Vocês viram que eu falei, vou levar o Chevet pro mar pra ele? Ele falou, quem sabe? Oh! Meu Deus, Emily, Camilo, se cuidem. Laglos, está chegando. Então é isso, gente. Beijos, curtam, deem likes, comentem. Até a próxima entrevista e não deixem de assistir Emily in Paris na Netflix.